Hello, and welcome everyone. Today is the season finale of Occult Origins, the 13th episode called Ritual. I am here to introduce myself. I am Grinning Moon, and I am here to, with my lovely fellows and friends here, to do this as I fumble this introduction really bad. Anyway, so let me go around and let everybody introduce themselves. We'll start with Swingleberg. And
hello, it is me. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Are you ready? Hi, everyone. My name is Swingleberg. I am playing Billy Graves, the hunter slash troubled man, I guess we could call it at this point, who's been through a lot. He's been on the trail of something big, and something big he sure did find. He's killed some people now. He's got blood on his hands. I'm scared about what's going to happen because it was insinuated I have a little slug brain worm thing going on, and those aren't ever fun. So I'm excited for what this session has to offer.
Over to Melly.
Hey everyone, I am Melly the Marsen. I do want to say, Billy Graves not only has blood on his hands, but all over the rest of him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm covered in blood. I was covered in blood.
He was out in the rain for a little while. Most of it washed off.
Got it. And unfortunately, Livy also has blood on her hands after doing a very intimate procedure on someone she knew from town. I'm super excited and nervous about this finale. So we'll see where this journey takes us and where Moon is leading us.
And then over to Fickle.
Yeah. Look, I'm excited to play Rory Shack again. It's been a minute. I think that Rory is in the thick of it. I don't know. He's kind of in his element on that heist, honestly. I think things sort of knew what was up with that, but I don't think he'll be excited to learn about brain parasites. I think that's probably not so much in his wheelhouse. We'll get there when we get there, though. Yeah, I'm Brian of the Fickle Ficus. I like playing games.
And then over to Georgia.
Oh, Garba. I like Georgia. Yeah, it's all coming down to it. The heat is on, as they say.
The heat is on.
There's a lot on the line here. Very nervous.
So yes, with that, there's a couple of different ways you can support. You are actually supporting us if you're right here just watching. That's the biggest way and the best way. Thank you for everybody here in chat and all that fun stuff. You can always watch on YouTube. This will be all archived there for your viewing pleasure. And you can always we also do a tweet every time we go live, so if you retweet that helps get that out into the internet ether, as it were. And then of course our one and only Hand of Fate redeem inside the channel points that you can give to one of the players that either helps me screw them over or helps them get out of when I screw them over. But
you never screw us over.
No, not intentionally.
At least not unless you're like banking them all to wreck us in this session.
Right. Maybe. That's a good point. Anyway.
Is this forecasting? Foreshadowing?
Foreshadow? Oh no. This is how dreadful. So yes. I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down a little bit. With all that kind of set in place, I think we're good to begin. There's just one little trailer to run. One last time, and see you soon. All right, and to set the stage, let me go ahead and get the proper audio tracks rolling. It's 4 o'clock on the 3rd of September, 1920. A storm outside blows fiercely as we kind of zoom in on the memorial hall. As the wind howls through the cracks in the shot-up parlor, the group pulls a blanket over the body of Colonel Scott Hall. Livy and Rory kind of step away from Colonel Hall in the back and close the door. Georgia stows away the first aid kit on the bar, and the room kind of falls, the hall falls silent as you kind of catch your breath and take stock. In one of the booths that where Gabby was kind of posted up, you see her drawing supplies are sprawled across the table. As you kind of take a step over and look, a picture on the table depicts a large man holding a little girl's hand outside of a house.
Is it me?
Yeah. It's not bearded, and the only guy probably is you.
Mm-hmm. God damn it. I knew I shouldn't have left her alone here.
This is so fucked.
Yeah. Look, my priorities have changed. We gotta get Gabby back.
Yeah. For multiple reasons.
What's the whole thing that they said that they needed? I'm trying to remember it now. They needed her for something, some other guy for some other shit.
We
The
needed
statue. The seer for her
a
eyes.
spirit to witness, the joiner to call the hosts and the children.
What's that one? Just out of game. What's that one called? Ritual translation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you kind of pick up one of the chairs and right them next to one of the tables, you kind of take a seat and take stock, assessing the situation and everything as the wind continues to howl outside. In the kind of stillness of this pondering moment, metallic boom cuts through the stillness, emanating from the back room as the metal door, you hear bangs.
Speak up just a smidge.
Is that the door that has the little peephole in it?
Yeah,
Yeah, can we take a look through the peephole?
absolutely. As you kind of open the back room and take a step over, slide the peephole over to the right, there's a very wet
Speed check.
and exhausted barrister.
Yeah, I opened the door.
The door squeals open and reveals Jack hunched over and heaving against the wall.
Yeah, I'll grab his hand and just sort of grab him by the opposite shoulder and just pull him inside. To help prop him up to get in.
He kind of steps in and kind of clutching a bit of his side as he kind of limps into the back of the bar.
George, you still have that med kit?
Yeah, it's just over here.
Jack, where you hurt?
It's fine. It's just a graze.
Yeah, let's get it open and I'll help him sort of lift his stuff up so that Georgia can take a better look.
as you kind of pulls off the vest and the jacket list up, and you see the bullet is a through and through on the side, but should just
We tried
be,
to wait for you in a cemetery check, but it was too long.
No,
Didn't know
no.
what to do.
No, you better off going. I had to.
Happy to see you alive.
Happy to be alive.
You like that shot as I drove by? I thought that was pretty slick.
Honestly, probably say that. My guy, my life, he had an angle on me.
Yeah, I know.
But so thanks. Again, I guess. But
Yeah, well, the sergeant wasn't so lucky.
oh fuck.
Yeah, they found it. They found this place. We're not so safe here anymore.
Shit.
They took Gabby, too.
He kind of looks around, takes it in. Well, what's the plan then? Are we still? I can still set up the charges if we want to blow the tunnels.
We can't do that.
I mean, I don't think
Got it.
it's a bad backup plan to have the charges set.
Definitely a plan B, but no, we have something else in mind.
More of a plan C. There's a lot at stake.
It's a contingency. A C for contingency plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this, if this is the contingency, what's plan Alpha and
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
the trauma?
A tremor? What? Never mind. I know, Georgia, Millie, you two are the brains of this operation. What do you got? Just called you Millie. I'm
Explain what
sorry,
we got.
Georgia. Livy. I'm still in, cover mode. Millie de Marchand.
Maybe would you like to explain what we found?
Okay. I'm gonna try to explain this in the most non-gruesome way possible, which I'm pretty sure is impossible. So, Deandra had someone in a back room. She wanted to do some investigating, and it was Howard. You guys remember Howard, right?
Sure.
Yeah, Huey.
Yeah, Huey, Hank, Henry, all those, Howard. So, you all, there was something in his skull, wiggling and writhing around, and I did my best to extract it, and
Georgia will go to grab the bottle that she put it in to find the.
And as you pull it out, the, for lack of a better word, parasite that was there is now just a jar of inky black liquid.
Well, that's disappointing.
I have no idea what the hell happened to it, but I swear to you guys, Georgia saw it. It was just writhing around in there. Like, you literally saw it kind of pulsating in his skull.
Let me take a look at that. I'm like scratching the top of my head. Take a look at that jar.
Just whatever you do, don't open it. Don't open it.
Lily, are you okay?
And unfortunately, the butter toast you had earlier. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Causes the jar to slip. No.
No.
What are you looking for? Billy.
I want to see if I've ever seen anything like that. Have I ever seen anything like this?
Really, I haven't even seen anything like that.
It looks like lantern oil almost, but not thick enough.
I'll give it
Lily,
back.
are you all right?
Oh, yeah, just a little. My head is a little scratchy. That's all.
When did this start?
Yeah, I don't know. maybe this morning. This probably just lice again. It happens,
Billy,
you know.
You mind taking a little seat for us? Let us just.
Yeah.
Georgia's gonna start looking for something strong.
Like a lead pipe or like alcohol?
Like
Guys,
alcohol,
Okay.
morphine.
It's fine, really. It's just a little scratch. It's no big deal. We got a lot more important things than
No,
than-
absolutely. Let's just check, and I'm gonna give Georgia a very like. We gotta.
Georgia's already grabbing shit.
Livy's like calmly patting Billy on the shoulders to
What? What's wrong?
Just relax.
Jack kind of looks at you perplexed because you just finished suturing him up and then immediately like you were like on the last stitch and like went over there and just like stopped.
Yeah. Seriously, don't fuss over me. Jack needs your help, please. I'll just go take a shower. That's what I did the last time I got the lice before.
Oh, Jack's fine, aren't you, Jack? You're fine, right? You're fine. It's okay, Billy. Let's just.
I did say that at the beginning, but then you insist. Whatever.
Well, you're better now, right?
Yes, I know that look.
Great.
That's the right answer.
Great.
Good answer.
Yeah.
As you look around, you find a little bit of that brandy from last night still in a bottle. That's probably the hardest thing you can find. And yeah.
Bring that on over.
What's this fuss about?
You've had an interesting couple of days here.
Oh yeah, I think we all have.
Offers him the bottle. I don't think Scott will mind at this point. Kind of like is giving Livy the eyes of like, do it now.
Okay.
And she'll kind of step
what?
over to Rory
Livy
and just
flips open the leather book that has the drill bit and the handle and all that. And the crank.
Hold on now. You don't think one of them gobbledygooks are up in my head now, are you? No, it's just lies.
Billy?
I told you, I'm fine.
Georgia
Billy?
goes
Hey
over
now.
to Rory
Hey now.
and Jack
It's
and
no,
like,
no.
It's Billy.
No.
Just
Whoa.
I got lead lining the brim of my cap. It keeps it all out.
I think you need
Slugs,
consent to
worms.
do something like that, right there,
just take
Doc?
a deep breath, Billy.
we're gonna need you to hold him.
What are you doing?
Rory, are you gonna let this go down?
Look,
Rory, the next step is death.
Just explain to me what's going on here. Listen.
I've just been dragged into. This is something that I'm just getting dragged into right now. What the fuck?
Rory, trust us. This needs to happen now.
We'll just talk it out with fucking Billy. He's our friend.
We're trying
Billy,
to
let him take a shot at you.
Tell me what's going on. Just tell me.
Billy, did you not hear us?
They think you got one of them fucking wormy oily thingies in your head, so they're gonna try to take a look.
We think the longer
You needed that
It's
drill
in
bit to
there.
look?
I don't know. We
Yeah,
went from 0 to 100 really
drill
quick,
first.
Jack. I
You
don't
went
really
going in
understand.
drill first, man. Just take a look at it. Don't drill me. Just take a peek. I'm telling you, it's probably lies. It's a little embarrassing. It happens from time to time, especially as a man when I'm out in the woods. It just kind of happens.
Okay. Do we
Just take a look.
do we have
If it's
a
not,
do we
if
have
it's
a
not
razor?
lice.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, we're just gonna we gotta shave. We've just gotta shave so I can get a better look. Okay.
Oh man, I just shaved my face. Oh.
I am so
begrudgingly
sorry.
sit down.
Man to be
Oh,
holding a
man.
fucking a cue ball for a fucking billiards by the end
I'm
of the
doing
game.
this on purpose. I swear to God.
throw back.
Billy, you know some women find bald men super sexy. Okay, it's
I've
in
never
right
met
now.
one. Oh God.
It's in right now. Just
Just take a look. How do I feel, by the way? Like, besides the itch, do I feel anything beyond the itch?
At this point, no. There's the you had like the euphoria kind of yesterday. You do
that's
feel
normal.
you do feel a little ill, but you were out in the rain earlier, so probably just catching a little bit of a on the verge of catching a cold. But you have a good immune system. You feel that little bit of a rasp in your
great.
chest, but that's about it.
I'm not that old. Whatever it is, I could probably fight it off.
Yeah.
How does he feel?
But take a look. Just take a look at it.
Check his temperature while you're at it.
But keep the knife down just for a second. Just look at it.
That's fair.
Okay.
And
So
you're just doing the
And
palpitate.
don't shave me.
I'm not. It's over there. Okay, just relax.
Okay. All
Just
right.
relax.
All right.
I mean, honestly, you're getting a free scalp massage is what you're getting right now.
You're welcome, Billy. You're welcome.
I've been taken advantage of several times in the sake of beauticianary pursuits. There was a barber shop, and that didn't lead me anywhere good. And now here we are. Okay,
I love
what's going on?
Term beauticious pursuits.
As you kind of palpitate the scout, you go ahead
I like
and
that word.
as you don't really feel anything out of the ordinary here. He has a fairly thick set of hair for a man his age.
Beautiful.
Other than that, like, you see a little bit of redness from where he's been scratching around his crown, but that's because he's been scratching.
I want to look at that part a bit closer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a medical check.
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna get another thing of brandy real fast.
Purple or green? I'm sorry.
Green.
Green, please.
Thank you.
Oof.
No, fumbled. Damn it.
You can use 2 luck, or you can use
Yeah.
it.
Can I use luck?
Yes.
I'm not sure how to.
Basically, you'll take the luck skill and just subtract 2 from it. So you're spending some of your luck to make that a success. So yeah.
So close.
Yeah, it's definitely worth 2 luck. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Boost
Oh,
melee.
Sweet.
Thank you.
And Boom's got you for a little later too, so you get doubled down.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Boom. Let me just get that squared away while I'm thinking about it. Boop.
Oh,
There we go.
waiting for Billy to come back.
A little bit. Anyway, so as you kind of like thumb around the crown of his scalp, you do notice that there's a little bit of underneath the kind of redness from him scratching. It's like just a little bit of discoloration, like bruising. But it's just in a kind of Y shape, kind of like where the crack of your skull would be.
Strange.
Billy, how were you feeling yesterday?
Awful. Come on, you saw what I saw. Good God. What kind of question is that? This whole trip has been awful.
The first day we got here.
I don't know.
At least the first day we were here.
First day, nervous. Don't really recall anything, itchy.
The lightheadedness. What did she say?
Maybe yesterday I was or a little earlier. I've been lightheaded, but that was kind of after all the. I don't like talking about what went down under the ground back there. It's yeah, I've been feeling mighty weird this whole time. Who hasn't been feeling weird though? I don't got it. I would have known if a little worm crawled inside my head.
Different. Why is he infected and not the rest of us?
Jack, kind of sits like, I don't understand what this has to do with this plan you got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a plan. I feel pretty good. I'm a little itchy. That ain't nothing new.
So
I'm an
the
itchy
plan-
guy.
Oh, it's a two-part plan.
I'm itching somewhere else, and you're not gonna look there now, are you?
Two parts of this plan, you said?
Yes. So, the people we were finding underground, something's wrong with them, right?
Yeah, the ones like floating in the air.
Yeah.
They're
So what I'm concerned
practically
about.
comatose.
Right.
Chandra was saying that people were either disappearing or coming up dead.
Okay. So
So
we think
you're
the ones that have
saying-
disappeared are the ones who are down there comatose floating in the air.
That's the idea, yes. And
And-
if they have these parasites in them, as Howard did, as I believe Billy does, the idea is to try to extract as many of them as possible on the way to the ceremony chamber.
Fuck. Okay. So we think that these people are some sort of what? Like power source for the ritual, or?
Like a hive mind, it seems.
I mean, if they're a hive mind, wouldn't... And Billy was infected, wouldn't he feel connected to them or something?
Hive mind per se. It's-
I don't feel connected to nobody.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, is you fucking know.
I feel great.
If he had the euphoria and the lightheadedness yesterday, then today should
I mean,
be fever and fatigue. By tomorrow, we won't have until tomorrow.
what are you proposing? What do you want
Yeah,
to do?
I don't understand. So what's our plan? If this is, if we know these people are down there, they're disappearing, what do we want to do about it? How does that help us get Gabby back?
The idea is to extract these parasites. If they're connected to the ritual, which why would people floating in the air not be?
Oh, no, yeah, that makes
Then it
sense.
would interrupt whatever is going on. At least we take away one piece of it until we're able to get it within the ritual itself.
Yeah, but if we can't figure, I mean, if you're saying Billy has one in his head, and we can't figure out how to get that one out, how are we going to get it out of the other people?
We know how to get it out. That's what we're saying. We had Libby perform the procedure herself at DeAndre's.
Oh. Jack seems to put it together. He's like, that's... He points at the drill. The medical drill on the table.
What?
Yeah.
It has made its home within the skull. It's not just under the skin. It is in the brain.
Like, in there.
That seems like like we should be in the fucking hospital for that.
We don't have that luxury, unfortunately. This will have to be our hospital. We have the tools. We have what we need to do.
Yeah, but
I
that
don't think
could
we're
very-
gonna
I
be...
mean,
We're not
You're
pulling
fucking
these...
around.
We have 2 hours, right? You said?
We help as
After
many
the
as we
ritual
can.
starts? Like, it's already fucking... Like, we only got 45 minutes before that shit starts.
Yeah,
No way,
that seems like a tender procedure. You're not just gonna crack me open like a goddamn egg.
I think we gotta do it on site. Trauma
Yeah,
style.
but how long does the procedure take, Livy?
I mean, as we go along, it'll get faster, but the damn things just move around so much.
And what's the risk? Like, this could fucking kill Billy if we did it.
It could cause something completely catastrophic with the rest of the people.
I think that Billy would be more doomed if we didn't try.
Doomed. We're tossing around a lot of words around here, awful quick.
Look, we don't even have any like, how did you confirm that this last one was? I'm assuming
That's
you
a good
didn't just,
question, Jack. How did you know?
like, I'm assuming you just crack his egg open right away.
Leandra asked us that as soon as we got them. Mentioned she had somebody in the back room, needed to be looked at.
Well, I remember that
Strange.
part, but how, like, the procedure.
Yeah, what did his skull look like? Did it look the same?
It looked perfectly normal at first. And then you saw the movement.
Okay, but you're not seeing that in Billy.
Right.
This is true, but
What did she do something to get it out of his head?
I did.
No, I mean, did she do something before you did the procedure? Did she do something to get it to come out of his brain?
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, was he awake? Was he like, is he Billy now? Like how?
Was
He was pretty conscious. He wasn't himself.
Yeah.
We had to strap him down and
Fuck, that's dark.
the timeline is accurate. I don't like it, but we could potentially wait until we get things more done.
Well, what is the timeline? Where, if hypothetically, if Billy had
is
it,
infected. Yeah.
where is he
Oh.
at?
On its
Day
natural
one?
timeline, tomorrow.
So maybe we
On
don't
an
need to worry about
unnatural
Billy for now,
timeline.
because it'll be over by tomorrow or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
The
can take care
unnatural
of it.
timeline is this evening, so either we succeed in interrupting this ritual and stopping what they're doing, or
So Billy, maybe you got a
Use your
worm in your head, maybe not. We're not going to worry about it, but let's go lobotomize a bunch of other people. Is that our plan?
I mean, I'm kind of worried about it now. God damn. Now that I understand. What?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm fucking worried about it too, Billy, but it sounds like it kind of doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
do or if you don't, because it'll
No,
all
we
be
got
over by the
business
time
to
it
do.
matters.
Yeah, we got business to do. We'll take care of.
I just don't understand how if the
hypothetical
ritual,
worms later.
if the ritual starts in 20 or 45 minutes or whatever, like tonight, the moon's coming up, how we're gonna lobotomize however many people there are down in the dungeons, in the tunnels, in 45 minutes.
unfortunately, you won't get to everyone.
Yeah.
no.
Well, can we just we'll doing a couple of them on the way, like throw a
That's
wrench
how
in the
we
works?
have
Was that going to be enough? Is that going to stop the ritual?
It's better than nothing, and if anything, we're still sort of interrupting, maybe the connection that they have to the source of the ritual.
Rory, with things like this, it's if even one piece is even slightly out of place, it could cause catastrophic complications for whoever's trying to operate the ritual.
So then let's save Gabby. That's one component rather than trying to go for fucking 17.
However, the more we disrupt, the better chance we have of succeeding. If we can save some of those people, if we can at least spare them from this fate that they're already walking into, or hanging into it, rather,
Exactly.
we can try to save Gabby. We stop Michael Thomas, whatever it is that he's doing. That's the other part of this. Deandra can get me and possibly one other, maybe two, into the ritual. In with the group.
Wow.
Close.
What? What do you? So this is an entirely different part of the plan. What the fuck?
This is
Family.
the part.
So Livy
Okay,
is going
so
to
you're
try.
saying 2 teams?
I don't
Essentially.
want Livy down there by herself, no. So ideally, yes, 2 teams.
Okay. Okay.
Basically, George is gonna go in and I'm gonna try to interrupt the circuit board of this ritual as much as possible. We divide and conquer.
Sounds fair. But who goes into the tunnels and who goes in disguise?
I don't think we're getting
haven't
big.
been very successful at disguises lately.
Wherever Gabby is. that's
So you
where
want to
I'm
go
going.
underground?
Oh fuck, no, I don't. Disguise it is.
Well, we'll have robes, so at least she'll be disguised well enough.
And you sure
Alright,
you
I
don't
have
want
to
that
ask
quick,
that
clean
you go
shave?
with Libby.
How long is it going to take to do that? Shave.
Oh. Shit, I can get that done in like 2 minutes.
No, not a shave. A deworming. That's what we're talking about, right?
Oh. No, that's her department.
Easy there, Jack.
So what are the teams then?
So,
This is going to be me and Billy up top. Getting close.
I can still
have to wait.
set the charges, so I'll go down below.
Gabby's gonna be at the ritual.
She is. Those tunnels will reach us. It's the only thing I can think of.
Uh,
If Jack came out of the other side of that portal from the basement, he came out somewhere, followed the tunnels, right?
So you're saying we're eventually gonna end up at the ritual too. So we're all gonna end up at the ritual at some point.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So you're really, I mean, you're going underground too. You're just going underground in disguise, and we're going underground to de-lobotomize people, or to lobotomize people.
Yeah, but I think him not being underground for the long haul would probably, he kind
Yeah,
of
I hear
looks
what
at
you're
him.
saying.
Help.
Don't need him cracking ahead of time.
Okay.
We may need to escape through those tunnels, so
All right.
Alright. Okay, so with that all said and done, we things go well, we can execute the surgeries and stuff like that. Hopefully that'll disrupt the process. If not, we got the dynamite as backup to blow the tunnels, at least sink this whole place.
yeah.
I got the
Do-
materials in the other room, and then of course to get out of here, Captain Chase is waiting out in the bay. We'll each have. I'll give you each a signal flare so that we can have him come by for pickup if we end up out in the drink or whatever have you. What was that, Georgia?
Once we get into the ritual itself, we need to find out. We know Gabby is the witness. We don't know who the host is. I can only guess that it's Michael Thomas, but I don't know. That
Yeah.
being said, we have to make sure that that dagger that Morgan found, at the Eye of Cthulhu, it's they were calling it. We have to make sure that whatever it is goes nowhere near the host.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be you and Billy's department, right?
I know. We have to
Alright.
bide our time with this, Billy. We have to take our time. No rash decisions. If we get caught too soon, we fuck the entire thing.
Understand. I'll follow your lead.
Alright. So it's settled. Livy and Rory and I will go down into tunnels. I think Mr. Collins is still around. He left his truck. You can take that over to Deandra's with Billy and Georgia and Godspeed to us all.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Jack.
Good to see you too, Billy. Hopefully this won't be the last time, but obviously there's no guarantees, so make sure you say your goodbyes. I'll go get the our gear set up for the tunnels while you do so. And he heads kind of into the back.
Livy's just gonna like uncharacteristically go and hug Georgia and Billy.
Whoa, hey now, hey.
You guys, listen. If you see Samara, please just keep an eye on her. Just make sure she's okay for me.
Well, we can.
That's all I can ask.
As Georgia will kind of help you like gather up the stuff that you need as we're like getting ready to separate and just Livy, you can do this. Okay? You're not a student anymore.
Yeah. I got it.
I'll go over to Rory. I'll look around a little bit and like, Rory, I've always been told to get a second opinion. Does my skull look weird to you?
I'm not a professional, Billy, but
Okay, all right.
got a little bruising in the back. Could be something.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, you got a kind of weird shaped head. So
Yeah, that's what my mom always told me. Yeah, it's not surprising. Well, listen, you do what you need to do, and I'll do what I need to do. You understand?
yeah, I do.
I'll reach out my hand to shake Roy's hand.
Yeah, I'm going in for a real firm handshake.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can't betray my masculinity type
Yeah,
of handshake.
exactly.
Like second-hand handshake.
Yeah. One's going to the shoulder, and patting on the shoulder a little bit too tough.
All right. Take care now, all right?
You do.
Make sure Livy gets out of this.
Yeah. You make sure Georgia gets out.
Rory, a moment, if you would. And she kind of steps off to the side.
I'm gonna whisper. Honestly, it's probably she's gonna get me out, but
You know, Billy, I don't think you have a weird shaped head, no matter what Rory says.
thank you. Finally, someone said it.
What's up, Georgia?
I don't know how this is going to play out. I can't promise that we're gonna have a happy ending here.
No, I doubt it.
I need you to understand that sacrifices may need to be made. You may need to do something you don't want to.
It's not really a question. I don't really know what you're talking about, but sure. Making tough decisions all my life.
She'll just kind of pat him on the back of his shoulder.
I do have a quick question for you, though, before we go. I didn't want to be crass in front of Livy, but say we're pressed for time down there. There are a lot of people hanging up, right? As we go through these tunnels. You could help to shoot them down?
I don't know if that'll help. It might
Okay.
put them out of their misery, but I don't know if it'll have any effect on the parasite itself.
Given we're pressed for time and there aren't any other options. Better than
Hopefully
that than
taking
nothing.
out a few will be enough. It'll at least help our cause.
Okay. I won't take it as a first option then. All right, Georgia. Be safe.
You too.
And as
Yeah.
Livy and Rory grab bags filled with dynamite, and Jack stops you for a second, and he goes over the different equipment. Here's a spool of demo line. I need one of you to carry this and make sure that it's winding behind us as we go. This right here, he picks up like a box with a bit of a handle on it, and he's like, this is the plunger. I'm going to be carrying this, and we have a couple satchels. They're water resistant, so they should be fine as long as they're closed up. Dropping them in the water, but there's 20 sticks of dynamite each, and I got spools to wrap some bundles up. I think a couple bundles, a couple charges in each tunnel will probably be plenty to take things down. Also, wouldn't hurt to have some for that last chamber. So, 13 charges.
Sure.
Alright. Go ahead and grab your stuff and see you on the other side. And he heads over to the trap door and opens it up and heads down the ladder.
Yeah, I'll grab a spool and wait for Livy.
I'll head over and take one more long glance back at Georgia and Billy. You guys be safe.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If I get in trouble, I'll just do a turkey call. Give you a wink.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, Georgia. Don't worry. I'm not going to do a turkey call.
I know. Besides,
I might,
I wanted
though.
to give you the honor of taking out Michael Thomas yourself. And she kind of drapes her arm over her shoulder. I'd hate
Now
to
we're
take that away
talking.
from you. But no turkey calls.
You're talking my language. Let's go get that son of a bitch.
As
I'm still drinking the brandy you gave me earlier, by the way.
it's
Liquid courage.
you finish off the last of it as there's only a little bit. As the back door closes and Billy and Georgia head off to the front to get in the truck, Rory, Livy, and Jack head down the ladder and into the cellar below.
Into the abyss.
As they kind of step out and down below, the group shares a look, flicking on the flashlights before they begin to head into the hand-dug sapping tunnel, clambering one by one inside. As they crawl on their knees, shimmying, and they shimmy down a dark tunnel. As they reach the end, Jack kicks out the soda box from the end, and it lands with a splash in the tunnel as he begins to crawl out. And help assist you two down into the tunnel as you hop down with a little bit of a splash. You shoulder your gear and peer into the darkness of the tunnel, and you notice the once stagnant water is just flowing slightly
Away from us?
away from us. Yeah.
All right, well, onwards and downwards, am I right?
Forward we charge.
As Rory begins to unspool the wire, Barrister begins pulling sticks of dynamite out and wrapping a bundle against one of the nearest trusses. And after a minute or two of doing this, he finishes wiring up the line and shouldering the satchel, turning to you. One down, 12 to go. He says,
So,
yeah.
we journey on then.
He nods and proceeds forward into the darkness, his footsteps splashing in the water, in the shallow water below. As we kind of cut over to the other two, I'm just going to do a little bit of a sound transition here. As the truck pulls to a stop in front of the Wright's funeral parlor, Georgia and Billy clamber out, shutting the truck doors behind them. As they,
Do we have the robes?
I'm sorry, what was it?
Do we have the robes?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay.
You're at the Wright's funeral parlor meeting Deandra to get all that stuff.
Gotcha.
As you kind of jot over to the stoop and shake off the rain, you rap on the door with the brass knocker in front of you. The peephole darkens for a moment before a dull ka-chunk, and the door opens with a slight squeak. Deandra greets you with a perplexed look as she offers you into the foyer. Where are Livy and Rory?
Livy will be performing some very quick impromptu surgery. Rory will be assisting.
She kind of furrows her brow and shakes it off and ushers you in. As you enter and take in the staircase, elevator, the elevators, and the various closed doors around, you hear what sounds like a floorboard groan upstairs. Deandra, behind you, quickly locks the door before pocketing a key and kind of turning over and walking over to a leather bag that's kind of resting next to the staircase. Good. Now, I assume you're armed?
Not coming the other way, honestly.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't expect it in any way. Good, go ahead and give me any of your weapons, and I'll make sure to smuggle them in for you.
I'm not sure that was discussed ahead of time.
No worries, it's just a cautionary measure. They won't search me, and if I bring whatever in, be able to get you in as soon as we move past the what's the word I'm looking for? The congregation. Don't need a gun falling out of your robes in the middle of a speech, do you?
I look to kind of Georgia a little bit. Like I'm following your lead, Georgia.
Like this. She'll pull out the pistol that she had collected from the car. Hands it over.
It just thumps
I believe
into the
I-
bottom of the leather bag.
I believe I'm kind of loaded right now.
Yeah.
I have a 30 action, and then I have a pistol, but I also have my sawed-off shotgun that I keep in my jacket. So I'm gonna give everything over except the shotgun.
Okay.
And Georgia's kind of withholding herself a little bit.
Okay. As you deposit the items into the bag, she leans over to whisper, barely audible to even Georgia, who she's whispering directly into her ear. Georgia, we don't have a lot of time, so just listen. Weatherwood is waiting in the wings to swoop in and take everyone and everything involved. You know what they'll do if they bring them in. And she kind of nudges over to Billy. That is, unless you hand-deliver them what they want.
What's that?
They want the girl. It would be the ultimate olive branch, if you will. Excuse me? She kind of says a little louder.
I hear none of this, right? You said I hear none of this?
You heard none of it and up until the excuse me.
Okay.
No.
No?
I didn't start that.
Guess I mistook you. She claps her hands twice and the door upstairs suddenly squeaks open as you hear multiple sets of footsteps come down the hall quickly. 4 men descend the stairs and move in to seize Georgia and Billy.
Georgia's just defiant and pissed.
Are we alone then?
No, 4 men just came rolling down the stairs behind Deandra.
I kind of side mouth to Georgia like, Georgia, I'm feeling a little impulsive.
Oh, goodness.
Stay calm.
As they round around you and seize you by the shoulders and arms, dragging you down to your knees in the center of the room. Deandra clasps the leather bag down on and puts it down on the first step of the stairs before stepping over to you. There will be no scuttling away this time. She nods to the men. You wait in bated breath as the slide of a gun is pulled back behind you. Something cold and metal presses to the back of Georgia's skull. Almost an eternity passes before the next moment occurs. The trigger squeezes. The hammer falls. A gunshot blasts off. As a plume of crimson sinew streaks out across the floor, Georgia slumps onto the wooden floor with a dull thump.
What?
As the blood flows from her temple, a warm barrel is pressed to the back of Billy's head. As if very far away. No, not him. He's a host. He needs him. Billy hears a rush of air, sees a flash of white, and slumps to the floor as his vision narrows and fades to black.
Shit.
We'll be right back. I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a little break. See you soon. Hello. Welcome back. There was a little bit of a happening there right at the end.
A little, yeah.
And small.
Very
Just
minor.
Small
Super minor.
happening.
It might have died.
Welcome back.
Maybe might have almost a little bit died.
Just a touch
little bit.
on the inside and the
Only
outside.
mostly dead.
Yeah. I think I'd add if I could add a little bit of flavor to that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to interrupt the flow, but I think like upon like witnessing the Georgia being shot, I think Billy would have been screaming. I think like he would have been like reacting if he would have been like, ah! And then before the blackout.
Yeah.
If that's a good flavor.
No, absolutely.
I can imagine like ears ringing. Like, did this just?
Tinnitus, yeah, sinking in.
It's kind of why I had the that one soundtrack kind of come in.
That was great.
That's good.
By great, I mean bad.
I'm sorry. Not
Deliciously
nice.
terrible.
Okay, so
So now that we have the jazz music going, let's go ahead and just get back into the swing of things as we find ourselves in a flooded tunnel. Swords. As I change the level of. There we go.
oh yeah, there you go.
And,
Very drippy.
There's a little bit of a howl of wind from the storm above in the back. Too little. There we
Too
go.
little.
That's perfect. And as beams of light refract off the water, casting rippling patterns along the walls and ceiling, a satchel drops into the water. And a charge is bundled, mounted, then wired. And this happens 2-3 more times as the minutes
Jack,
fly
you're not getting
by.
those dynamite wet, are you?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
Luckily, we
Wanna
got
make sure
the
this whole thing.
yeah. Like I said, waterproof, man. We're good.
Okay. All right.
As long as I don't dump the motherfucker in. Oh shit. Nope, I got it.
It's not fucking funny, Jack.
It's a little funny. Anyway, just trying to lighten the mood, man. Fucking
Jack.
creepy, man.
We haven't seen any more of those bodies yet.
Not yet, but you haven't reached one of the chamber
Intersections or whatever.
intersection. As he finishes up the last shards, you continue down the tunnel, and it's not too long after that you come upon the all too familiar chamber. In the center is the same woman you saw before, hanging limply like a mannequin in the center of the room. The iron rungs of a ladder and a pair of river waders still hang on the near wall.
How are we gonna get her down?
I'll need you and Jack to maybe grab an ankle.
Great. Okay.
He just kind of sits there staring at them for a second and shakes it off. You need me to do what now?
Jack,
Grab an ankle, Jack.
I need you to grab an ankle. Pull her down. Jack?
It's not going to hurt her, is it?
No more
No.
than she's already been hurt.
Fuck. Alright. Kind of comes down and pulls her ankle down, and it's not hard.
Yeah.
Kind of gravity helps you out, but it is oddly taut. It's like pulling on a rope with a lot of tension.
So like,
on
is
it.
she like sitting up and we're like holding her down? Like she still like naturally wants
Floating.
to rise.
Yes.
Yeah. Weird. This is a fucking weird sensation, Livy. Can you do it with her sitting up like this?
I just need you all to get her as low as you possibly can. As you can tell, I'm not very tall, so...
All right, then I'll. Are we in the water still? Is there,
Yeah,
like,
but it's
water on
only
the
around
floor?
your ankles right now.
Okay, so yeah, we'll sit her down so that like Jack is on one side and I'm on the other, so that we're like holding down either shoulder, so that her head is like easily accessible for Livy.
Alright, you guys might want to look away. She's gonna start like parsing through her hair as quickly as she can and as diligently as she can, just looking for the point of entry.
As you
Potential wiggliness.
find the potential wiggliness is not potential and is in front of you with the flashlight. As
I don't
the
like any of these
skin
combinations
moves,
of
No,
words.
me neither.
as the
Don't
skin
like any
Any other
rises,
words that I don't like.
you quickly shave a spot in the back of the head at the crown and Crimson runs down through her hair as you cut and peel back the scalp. Applying the drill near the crown of the head, you begin to twist the tool, grinding it to bone. At this point, probably Rory and definitely Jack is wincing at the sound of bone being grinded right next to there. As her unconscious.
I'm watching Livy do this.
Okay. As her unconscious face twitches with pain as you bore into the skull. The bone pops away after a few minutes of this procedure and leaving a $50 sized hole with a bit of a bone coin, for lack of a better word. Inside, an inky black amoeba squirms in the light.
Holy shit.
I told you, it's not pretty. Okay, keep tight of her. She might wiggle a bit on this part.
Holy shit. Okay.
As you insert the forceps, like the operation, the real game, you grab onto a part of the tendril, and as it almost turns into a claw to bite onto attack the forceps, you yank it out of the skull with a as it wriggles in your tools at the edge of your fingers, squirming.
You guys see it for yourself now. Any more doubts?
No fucking doubts.
Do we have anything to put this in?
You still have. Let's pretend that you have jars that you prepared,
Okay.
mason jars. If nothing else, as you kind of slap it in there and twist it. Pretty much as soon as you remove the amoeba, for lack of a better word, the woman splashes down onto the tunnel floor, and the chamber falls silent as the woman stirs and slowly comes to. As she kind of turns her head up to look at you, she winces in pain and kind of braces her neck as she tries to gingerly stand up.
Holy shit, is she gonna be okay?
No, she's not. Livy's gonna rush over to her and just kind of gently place her hands along her shoulders and say, "Listen, you need to."
Where am I?
Just relax. Just relax. Can we get her braced up against a wall or something? She's gonna have to lay kind of on her side, elevated.
She kind of walks over to the side, leans up against it, and pops, pukes. Not literally. She pukes.
Oh God.
And she retches up on the side of the tunnel and takes deep breaths for a moment. She's like, what's? I need to get out of here.
Yeah, ma'am, you've had a major head injury. Just try to take it easy.
I need to get home. Where?
Guys, I know this is gonna sound super irresponsible, but we don't have time.
Just leave her and keep moving?
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
She kind of stumbles over to the ladder and begins climbing up it. She's like, "I'll be fine." And kind of mumbling to herself, she heads up the ladder.
Jesus. Okay.
Let's keep going. We gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Jack, you okay? Let's go.
Barrister kind of looks and kind of blinks at this and just, what? Oh,
Jack, come on.
Yeah,
we got
come on.
To go.
Yep. We gotta keep moving. Yeah, we're running out of time. He kind of says it almost like he didn't hear a single thing you said, and just rolls. It just continues rolling down the tunnel, kind of at a bit of a faster pace. And as you guys trudge down the tunnels into darkness, we'll leave this for a moment and bring this other to do. As Billy comes to, he's lying on his side. His hands are bound in front of him in a partially flooded chamber. There's a...
Chamber?
Yes, large chamber.
Underground?
He's not sure. Through the thick mist, he sees two jade statues. One, a large jade precipice of a draconic winged, tentacle-faced entity of sorts. And the second, a smaller version of that statue, directly opposite. A circle with a large triangle is carved precisely into the stone floor in between the two statues. Piles of small golden trinkets and coins litter the chamber around, glittering in the brazier light. There are 3 pathways that lead from the chamber. One, a visible tunnel kind of behind you. There is one that is a staircase that's over to the left of you. And then across the circle, there's a flooded grotto that just has water and looks like maybe under a flooded tunnel of sorts that leads out to maybe the ocean. Who knows? In the circle, you see 3 figures. Easily, after a few moments of kind of the blurriness, kind of blinking that out of your eyes, and as they come into focus, you realize they're Sardonicus, Gabby, and Deandra. They each stand at the points of the triangles in the circle. And above the circle, in the darkness of the chamber, something swirls ethereally. Idle crows perched about caw as if in wait for something.
See, who is it? Deandra? Who else?
Deandra,
Gabby,
and Sardonicus, or
Michael
Michael Thomas.
or Michael Thomas.
Or his proper title, Michael fucking Thomas.
Michael fucking Thomas. Do I have the shotgun in my jacket? I probably don't. But do I?
You do, but the bindings that are around your hands are pretty well done, so no way you could...
And you said they're tied it like in the front like this?
Yeah. Kind of across.
Okay.
Well, more like this, technically, but...
So those are the only 3 people I see, or are there anyone else?
Sorry, I was just kind of... That was the main features. There are about 6 individuals in robes that are kind of standing around the circle, outside the circle.
How's my head feel?
Head feels like it just got struck in the back of the head with something very metal and solid.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
'Cause it kind of... You feel that... of a fresh...
Yeah.
Fresh lump.
Not my first. Ugh. Oh.
As you kind of get your bearings... Oh, sorry. Do you have anything?
No, please. No, I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
As you kind of get your bearings, the leader, Sardonicus, pipes up. Back in my prime, I was an optimistic young psychiatrist with a wife and a newborn son. I studied the nature of consciousness and its effect on our world. See, I had found that modern science had barely scratched the surface. He kind of says this as he walks around the circle.
This is Sardonicus?
Yes.
Got it.
Through my study, I found that ancient civilizations like the Hyperboreans had more of a firm understanding of the nature of consciousness. See, it seems they believed that our existence, in fact, the entire cosmos as we know it, was a manifested dream of a unfathomably large and ancient god. So, branching off that idea, I wondered if it'd be possible for us to manifest our own worlds in our minds. I began to spread the idea around my colleagues and associates. Some, most honestly, spat at the idea, but it was not long before my research caught the eye of a certain governmental organization known as Weatherwood. Immediately, they hijacked my research, separated me from my family, and put me to work for them. You see, day in, day out, they worked me against my will to keep my family safe. After only a few months of my research had a dead end, of course. It was only a theory after all. They took my research, blacklisted me in the scientific community, and took my son to boot, saying I was an unfit father. Never saw him again. Anyway, I was unemployable, so of course not long after my wife left me. I was lost, skulking in the dark corners hoping to find purpose, searching for my lost son. For 20 years I searched, but didn't find anything. And at my lowest, I looked for other things. Man can only search for something without finding it, without losing something. That being said, this is when I found my mentor. With his guidance, I learned the pathway to knowledge that was not in an academic text, but rather in esoteric tomes. Quickly, I rose amongst his congregation and grew to be his right hand. Upon his passing, he even left me his chapel and his flock. Over the years, our faith would grow until the very night jackbooted thugs raided our church. And at the height of our ceremony, thwarted our plans, as it were. Today, the kin of Weatherwood, its founder, is with us. And here to join us in righting the wrongs of the past. Together, we shall open the gate. My son's fate will finally be realized by his own seed. He kind of gestures to Gabby. The Watcher shall pass through, and through her we shall ascend. Let us stand before Nost and Kamenthar and be deemed worthy. Ia, Cthulhu, Fatagan. And Deandra begins to sing. Gabby, now wearing, you see in the glint of the light, a black pendant necklace that looks familiar, but you can't quite place it. She goes into a trance as the ceremony begins, and the crows around the room take flight, soaring in a circular pattern above. Sardonicus holds the dagger up high before kneeling and removing his hood. He flips the dagger inward and lowers it onto the crown of his head as a streak of blood oozes down his face. Immediately, his face begins to writhe and contort as if something shifts beneath the skin. He seems to swell, and as he continues dragging the blade down, his face shifts to betray his original form, one of Michael Thomas. The figures around the circle join in the chant as Billy feels something in his skull begin to vibrate in unison.
Can I do something?
Yep,
Or try to?
absolutely.
Well, my first question is it seems that I'm the host. Is there any other person represented here that would represent a host?
It could be Sardonicus.
But
Considering
nobody's
he's
got
doing-
this little squiggle. Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
doing like the stabbing
Oh,
thingamabob, which might be relevant.
Fuck, I have an idea, but it might be a really bad idea.
What's up? Mind you, you're still kind of bound.
Yeah, I'm bound. Am I bound like this? Would I be able to at least try to? Am I tied up? Am I handcuffed? Like, what kind of binds do I have here?
You're bound with rope, and it's
Rope.
very tight. There's not.
Okay.
There's you have this much wiggle
That
room
is
right now.
crossed. Okay.
This is of course the starting. You can obviously struggle and get it going, but
So I'm gonna. I want to try to interrupt it, to draw Michael Thomas's attention from his chanting. I'm going to interrupt him. I'm going to start being obnoxious, and I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's rich. That's rich. Oh, this guy, you were just so innocent. Oh, and then the government made me do this. The Weatherwoods. I just had to kill a bunch of fucking children." I saw the wreckage of your last ritual. I saw it my fucking self. You left a trail of blood just like any others. And while I'm doing that, I want to try to position and get my wrists like this versus this.
okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Come on, Billy.
Okay. As you struggle against your bindings quietly, you notice, and you start to wiggle and get start to work that wiggle room. You notice that a half dozen hunched figures emerge from the flooded grotto. As they wade in from the water, they tossed gold trinkets and coins into piles, before joining the congregation.
Figures, what are they?
As they kind of get closer into the brazier light, you notice dorsal fins and bulging milky white eyes, and their piranha-like teeth that glint in the torchlight. As they kneel beside the robed cultists outside the circle, they reach webbed claws upward in exaltation. They lend their guttural shrieks and gurgles to the horrible chorus as you continue to struggle. And we'll cut over to a different scene. As I have multiple things to get rid of. Okay, 1 second. Do-do-do.
That was fucking incredible, Livy. That surgery, I don't know how you did that in a dark chamber, but that was incredible. It's fucked up, but really impressive.
Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna get more practice and be a lot better at it real quick.
Yeah.
kind of worried about Jack, though. I'm gonna lean into Rory a little bit.
I'll look over to Jack. I think he's just having trouble. You know, he's always had a bit of a weak stomach, so. He's been through a lot. That guy. Who even fucking knows what he saw on the other side?
Hell only knows at this point.
Yeah.
As the
Worried it
group...
might be worse than hell.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Said I'm just worried that it might be worse than hell, what he saw.
I don't doubt it.
As the group moves deeper into the tunnels, the cold water slowly rises up to their knees. Barrister finishes setting the 6th charge to the upper wall before continuing on and entering into a circular chamber. As you enter, and Rory ticks the spool of wire behind them, you find a man floating up in the second chamber. On the wall, a pair of rib waders hang here as well, next to a set of iron rungs that head upward.
Sorry, a set of what sit on the waiters?
River waders.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, somebody's been coming down here.
Yeah. So, what do you all think? Do you want to skip this one and keep going? Interrupt
I
the
don't
next
think it's
part
going to
of
get
the circuit
less
board?
deep.
He looks at his watch.
We're only going to be wading deeper into whatever this is, so might as well stop and do this one too. Do we recognize who it is that's floating?
You don't, but I think Livy might. This is the man who was at the dock doing paintings. The creepy one.
Oh, who? Okay, who had the figure in the painting that he? Okay. This guy, he looks like one of the men that Georgia and I interviewed. He saw a lot of shit before then. Before now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in town been having those crazy dreams, so doesn't surprise me.
All right.
All right, Jack and I will get him down.
All right, I'm gonna get my tools ready.
Yeah.
As you both pull him down and prep him for the procedure, once again, blood oozes down the scalp as you make the incision. And but this time as you kind of remove the skin to put your drill bit down, you find that the crown of the head is already cracked like an egg.
You guys, we have a problem.
What's
Do I
that?
see any wiggling or anything? Like, do I see
As
anything happening?
You see, there is a little bit of underneath the skull, the bits. They kind of pulsate slightly.
Okay.
It's barely visible, but as you kind of watch it for a moment. Kind of.
You guys might want to hold this one a lot tighter. Can we? I think we're just gonna gently go in there.
As you are you going with like a hammer and chisel, or are you going with the drill and like and part of it that's good?
Because it's already. You said it's already like partially cracked.
Yeah.
So I think the chisel makes the most sense to just kind of work
That's
where the
fair.
crack already is. You know, just kind of.
So as you kind of take the chisel and put it into one of the grooves, and that heavy sound goes through you, and the ping of the hammer on the chisel. The normal amount of blood that would happen here would come out. And then as you do notice that it's actually Rory and Jack that would notice that there's a little bit of like extra pull this time coming from
Like up?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's not just an easy pull down the balloon this time. It's
Can you guys please
Got a
hold
little
him
bit.
still? I'm
He's
not.
trying to float upwards, Livy. I don't know. Sure.
as you crack into it and the bone chips off, it basically flies out projectile style as the amoebus, what looks now to be more of a snakish noodle, jettisons up. It is a little longer than you would like it to be, as it does this for like a solid second or two of just straight funneling upwards towards the ceiling before it aims to dart out of sight and down the tunnel. The man
Did you
immediately
guys
goes
just see
limp.
that?
And immediately what?
The guy immediately goes limp.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I fucking saw that. Do you think it can survive out of his head?
It just went that way, damn it.
I know, but can it survive on its own out there? You said the other one's turned into oil. Did we do it? Did we help, or do you think we just freed it?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when we put it in the jar, it kind of liquefies, but that...
Go ahead and
That
roll me a
just-
sanity check while you're unpacking this verbally.
Okay. Green, yes?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oop. That'll be 2 sanity loss on Livy. And Rory, that'll be 1.
Okay.
So yeah, as you kind of see this happen, reactions and all that fun stuff, Jack just kind of completely stays still and like only comes to when the guy starts to move a little bit. What?
That was fucking disgusting.
Jack, where are you? We need you to focus. What's going on?
I'm right here. What are you talking about? Would we just
Did
hold
you
on?
just
He
see
kind of
all
helps.
this?
He kind of helps the guy up onto his feet, who sways kind of disoriented before he turns over and retches in the corner. Look, I don't know what happened, but look, I'm here, physically. Like I'm doing my thing. He keeps on looking at his watch. It's like, shit, it's longer. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What? What are you looking at your watch for? Are we low on time? What's going on?
No, we're making okay time. It's just, look, I've been having blackouts.
Excuse me?
I've been having blackouts. I've been missing minutes of time. So like, but it's not that big a deal. We can work through it, and it's not like I'm not useless. Okay.
You want to have Livy? Do you want to check his head?
I do. Jack, we need you, like...
Go
to
ahead and
be
check my
here.
fucking
You
head. I'm
can't-
telling you, there's no fucking parasites in there.
Okay, just relax.
And as you kind of look, there's no bruising or even, or like worse, pulsating. The back of his head looks fine.
Okay.
Can I check his ears?
You check his ears, and he's like, "Look, man, it's no fucking concussion or anything. It's been like this the last few weeks, man."
Weeks?
Ever since you got back, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't even remember half these fucking tunnels.
Yeah. All right. Look, we don't have any other choice than to keep going right now. So
Yeah.
if we survive this, we can worry about your blackouts.
Look, I can still do the charges, and I'm still. I got fucking gun. I can do my thing, man.
I hear you. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Towards where that fucking thing just slithered.
And as you say slithered, you're kind of Rory's voice slows down. Slithered, kind of like that. And as this occurs, the kind of sound falls out, and as Jack and Rory come to a complete standstill, a water droplet stops midair in the ground, and Livy sits in the tunnel, being a bit confused. And as she realizes the situation, one of the shadows, that's one of the long, slender shadows along the wall that's being cast off by the flashlights, moves. And from it, a unusually tall man with skin a dark sheen like ebony looks down upon you as he steps through Rory and Jack and stands before you. Thou who gave blood to the blade, what is thy desire?
What?
Dost thou wish to live deliciously? Dost thou wish to crush thine enemy? You need only serve me, and it shall be. What is thy desire?
Livy's gonna look around at Jack and Rory.
Jack and Rory are still just completely in pause, frozen in time. You feel your palm burn, and as you look down at the scar that you got from the dagger in Corbett's basement, and within it, the burning letters of Nyarlathotep are seared into. As you look up, the entity is suddenly gone. Jack and Rory continue walking down the sewers as they trudge through the knee-high water.
Oh my god.
Livy, what are you doing? Come on.
Okay.
And as you kind of freak out for a moment, you look at your hand, and the scar is still there. And in the creases of the scar, kind of, you know how your hand has lines on it, stuff, and how scars will have it? You kind of look into it, and the word Nyarlathotep is in the lines. As we leave this scene for a moment, the clock of a grandfather clock ticks in a foyer of a funeral parlor. It is silent apart from the howling wind outside and the swaying of the pendulum. The body of Georgia lay in a pool of slowly coagulating blood. Georgia's body twitches slightly on the floor. Its fleshy threads stitch together the bullet hole, sewing up the wound. As slowly the wound closes, Moments pass and her eyes flutter for a moment before they open, and suddenly she wheezes for air. Her ears still ringing from the gunshot, she peels her face off the bloody floor. She wheezes sharply before going into a fit of coughing, and after a few moments she hacks up a throat full of coagulated blood. She wipes her mouth on her sleeve before rising to her feet.
Kind of like sit back on her heels and just kind of take a moment to recollect. Okay. Shit. Okay. She'll check to make sure that her the small holster on her leg is still attached.
It is, and as you kind of look up, the leather bag full of weapons is still right there on the staircase as well.
Good to see if she doesn't quite think clearly. Okay. She'll pick up her umbrella, grab the bag, and make her way.
As she snatches up the bag and grabs her umbrella, she heads to the door, finds that it's locked from the inside, and just picks one of the guns, just boom, 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 opens it up, and wades out into the storm. And that is where we'll take another break. We'll be back here in about 10-15 minutes. And stick around.
Dang it!
As
God
this
dang it!
finale comes to a conclusion in this next part. We'll see you soon.
In the street.
Hello. And as we slowly pop in back from the ether, we are back for our final part of this lovely session, this lovely season, for the finale. More things happened. If you weren't there, you can watch the VOD. But we'll as we come back in, the the chamber kind of echoes with the chants and singing of the cult, as it were. And as the ritual progresses, the crows circle in the darkness above. Deandra's face starts to become flush as she continues to sing and bellow out of her lungs. Gabby twitches slightly as sweat beads on her brow as those crows continue to fly around. And Sardonicus, or more appropriate, we can just kind of call him Thomas at this point, slowly and meticulously runs the dagger in a spiral down his head. As Thomas finishes the agonizing spiral cut, as it were, he shoves the blood-soaked dagger into the jade. He moves to shove the blood-soaked dagger into the jade statue. As this occurs, Billy just starts to get loose and get to a point where he can maybe slip a wrist out. He's kind of in this moment. As this occurs, and as the blade is shoved into the eye of Cthulhu, as it were, is replaced. The stone circle in the center immediately shatters in place. As this occurs, the rubble begins to slowly list upward into the odd, writhing darkness above the crows. As this occurs, the robed figures around slowly begin to list upward off their feet. Billy continues to struggle against the bindings as a shout is heard from down the tunnel. As this occurs, there's a pair of amphibious creatures kind of rise, turning from the ritual, sniffing the darkness, and then scampering off down the tunnel behind you and out of sight. As this occurs, Billy starts to feel a tug on his neck as he's pulled upright, as it grows into an excruciating pain in a matter of seconds. It feels as almost his head threatens to wrench itself from his body as he feels his feet lift off the ground as he's pulled by basically the crown of his head upward. An unfathomable pressure grows in the crown of your skull as you begin to levitate along with the others around. And as this reaches a peak, your vision goes white. As this occurs, the crows dissipate, and the general chanting ceases immediately. Billy finds himself on an island in a vast sea of mist and ethereal light. In front of him, his cousin's cabin, Arthur's log cabin, sits in a small clearing of birch and maple trees. It is just how you remember it the last time you visited before his wedding. Before you've kind of had your falling out, and well before that, when you were still close. As you enter, you find an older man in the center of the room with salt and pepper hair, head in his hands, hunched over in a armchair. An innumerable menagerie of articles, photos, and handwritten notes plaster the walls in a tangle web of string, threading each one together. As you step inside, you hear the man muttering to himself. Keep it secret. Can't forget. It doesn't matter. You recognize the voice as Arthur Blackwood's voice. And this must have been him in a period before he passed away. Like right before he passed away, at least from his looks. And as you kind of step forward, he kind of pulls his head from his hands and... How'd you get in here? Turns to you.
Is this a memory or am I like...
You're
uncanny
walking
right
in it.
now?
You're walking in it. You kind of thought this was a memory, and then that occurred. And you don't recall this ever happening. It's like the weird cross-section between a memory and something that's never happened.
I asked him why he kept the ring.
What do you mean? The ring? Oh.
You know, the ring. Wood family ring.
Had all but forgotten the ring. Wait, you gave me the ring. And told me never to talk to you again.
You inherited it, your family. Why, I guess, the Blackwoods? Why would they... Like, that's like...
Oh, it
You
was,
just inherited this burden. And I'm just trying to understand. It's like, why? Subject yourselves to this kind of power, to this... Only seems to have hurt anything that's touched it.
I don't... If I recall correctly, I wasn't a willing participant. It had
Well, I
been
guess maybe I
lost its meaning. Just a lucky artifact.
No, maybe I
What
shouldn't
did
have
you
given
find?
it back to you, but
What did you find in the basement? Never told me. I went later, of course. Much later. Moved it, but you seem to have found something down there.
yeah. Yeah, I reckon I did. Not at first, I didn't know it. Took me a long time to figure out what I saw down there. Saw myself. It was me. I did it all.
Hmm.
Now I'm just kind of starting to understand it. It's always been me.
Be
I'm
careful
the
what they tell
faceless
you.
man.
Memories are tricky, my friend.
I thought this was a memory. What the fuck is this then? Huh?
You aren't supposed to be here. No one's been here for decades. Maybe longer. You see, we thought it'd be safe here. I mean, we were right. Like, I haven't seen a soul, but if you're here, that means bad things are coming.
Arthur, where am I? Arthur. Where the fuck are we, man?
You're in my head.
What?
I don't know how you're here.
No, man. You're in, if anything, you're in my head.
Listen, I know it's confusing, but there's nothing you can do about it right now. You're but a ghost to me. Like, I can interact, but I can't. I think you can still keep it safe, though.
What are you talking about? Keep what safe? You talking about the ring?
When you go back, no, the ring is just a tool. But if you go back, you can maybe stop them. They can't find us here. They can't find it.
What can't they find?
If you know, they'll pull it from you. But just know that if they got their hands on it, it would be calamity. Industrialized carnage. It can't come to pass.
Hey, I understand. I understand the consequences. Whatever it is, they can't find it. If I know, then it risks them knowing. Am I wrong?
Yes.
How can I stop it, though? If I go back, this is a bad situation, but I'll be honest with you there was something, I think there's something crawling around in my noggin. I was about ready to blow my head off if I could get a hold of my shotgun, or at least hold myself hostage. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know about all that. He must be in the midst of something I don't understand either, but
Yeah.
they must be knocking on the door, and they must be opening the gate.
Shit.
It's only a matter of the time if they find that, but Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening. Fuck.
They can never make it back here. He cannot descend the stairs.
Who's he? Damn it.
The protege, that Thomas was his name, I believe.
Okay. Got it. I don't even know how I got here. How can I prevent him from coming here?
You'll find a way.
Oh. Oh. I have one idea. It involves a shotgun. I don't know if it's going to do any good.
Well, you and I opened up this can of worms. Maybe you can help me to close it up. But I believe it is time. Time. What a meaningless thing. And that's kind of where we'll fade over to another scene in the tunnels. As Livy and Rory and Jack trudge into now waist-high water. The demo wire floats kind of on the surface tension of the water as you kind of progress forward. Barrister, as you kind of round a bend, you spot a dim light at the end of the tunnel, and the ritual becomes audible.
So that's where we're going.
Damn straight. Now.
So one more charge here, Jack?
Yeah. Alright. Give me 2 seconds, and...
This isn't our
we're
last
done.
one, though. We still have a few charges left, don't we?
Yeah, we could... let's see. Yeah, but there's... 12 sticks of dynamite. Well, no, 18 sticks of dynamite left, so plenty.
What do we take the rest in with us?
Might as well. Doesn't hurt to have them with us.
And how do we light it when it comes time?
So yeah, if things go crazy in there, you'll need to know how to set up the plunger. Here. It's not like a Zippo that will be able to do this.
Right.
Plops it. He kind of holds it up, and what you'll do is you'll wire one of these, the wire split. See? He kind of splits it apart. One wire to each screw, points to them, and then you just need to raise up this handle all the way, quickly press it down. Kind of demonstrates. That will start the chain. You'll have very little time to get out of here because they'll stop blowing not even a second later. So make sure you're out of...
Yeah, you can't be doing that when you're here.
Yeah, make sure you're on your way out at least.
Understood.
But he kind of shoulders the satchel and trudges forward. The water
Do I take
level.
the plunger?
Yeah.
Can I take the plunger?
Yeah,
Okay,
you can.
cool.
He gives you the plunger.
I want the power.
As you continue winding the spool, unwinding what's left of the spool to the end of the tunnel, he fiddles with the last charge, and as this occurs, you feel something large and smooth swim past you, your submerged legs.
Oh, fuck me. Did you feel that?
I don't want to say yes.
Is it gone?
A moment passes as the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You shine lights into the brackish water and see nothing but ripples, the ripples you're creating. Suddenly, the surface breaks, and with a certain kaplunk, Barrister disappears beneath the water.
Fuck. I'm gonna just like try to dive in where he went under.
As you dive into where he went under, you immediately collide into something that almost like is smooth, but you feel something something ridged and very sharp, surprisingly sharp, go right underneath your arm as it goes forward, kind of cutting you slightly.
And it's just gone.
It's heading down pretty fast. Away.
Down.
The
way
back
we came from,
yes,
down towards
back
the
into
chamber.
back where you came from.
Fuck. Fuck. I don't know if. And does he have the rest of the dynamite?
He has one of the bags of. There's 3 bags that are that have
Okay.
dynamite in them. They both have like 8 or 6.
Livy, what do we do?
Oh my god. Fuck.
I mean, do I still see it swimming, or is he gone?
Yeah. No, it's not like.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to wade after it, but I don't know if there's anything I'm gonna be able to do to catch it. If I can pull out my knife, I'll try to like stab into the thing in the water to try to like pull it, like literally as like a handle.
Go ahead and
to
give
try
me
to
an attack
slow
roll.
it down. Okay.
As you do that, as he trudges it after in the water after Barrister.
So for this, like a fight brawl?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Brawl. Nice.
Good at that shit.
As you stab down into the water, you find purchase, and with that, you kind of twist the blade so it won't just slice. And you feel it catch some bone as it stops its progress. Barrister's able to go pulling out of the water and catch a gulp of air. And just as this is happening, Livy feels something cold, clammy, and sharp clasp around her ankles.
Oh my god. Can
You can try. You dodge or you can attack.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
Okay.
Because
There is a dodge
You know.
skill that you can roll.
yeah, dodge half dex. Damn it! Can I
As
use
you-
my? Can I use one of my thingies?
You can. Yeah.
I want to use one of my thingies.
Use the things.
This is the time, I suppose.
God, yeah. Oh my god.
You use one of your automatic successes, and as it goes to dig in the claws, you pull your foot out, losing your shoe in the process, and kind of jump out of the water as it lurches up out of the water, gurgling after you. Where you hear this kind of happen behind you as you find purchase the thing whirls on you and attempts to slice, kind of scratch out at you. This one. Failing. You can go ahead and use an attack roll
yeah.
to kind of counter that.
Yeah. So, is Jack still in its grasp, or?
It let go of Jack. Jack's trying to get back onto his feet right now as this happens.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll pull my knife out and just try to stab at it again.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my character sheet
You're good.
again. Fight brawl. Fuck, that's almost a fumble.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, actually, as you guys attack each other, the monster ends up kind of clawing at your arm, and you'll take 2 damage. As
Okay.
it's a near fail. As this happens, blood starts pouring down your arm. Livy, what are you doing? Monster just is coming out of the water now, and looks to want to
Wait, did we
grapple you and pull you
Sorry.
into the water.
from last night, like when I got hurt and stuff? Do we heal back up at all? From
You'll
last night?
heal. Yeah, you'll heal like 1 extra point.
Okay,
called
so
Cthulhu.
just from being like bandaged and shit, 1 point
Yeah.
healing. Okay, cool.
because her surgery helped you out too. So.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to brawl as well, because
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rory can't just be the only one attacking back right now.
Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Oh my god.
And as that occurs, I really should have just left this character sheet open. Alright, here. Doop. It goes to tackle you
Damn.
into the water.
We're all terrible.
You're able to kind of like get an arm between them, so it's not able to get his claws into you, but you do both kind of start to lose your balance and end up in the drink. As this occurs, Jack finds his feet again, and
Jack, fuck you.
right? Well,
Blackout Jack, get the hell out of here.
Oh, I guess I don't know who's rolling, what you're rolling for, so maybe Jack, not fuck you.
He,
We'll
he
see.
pulls a revolver and fires 3 shots quickly, just fanning the hammer, and one goes wide, hitting the side of the tunnel. The other 2 find purchase in the back of the amphibious creature that Rory's fighting at the moment. As the water, kind of the tumultuous water that he's been kicking up, kind of stops. He kind of goes limp and immediately starts floating in the water.
Yeah. I'm running for the one that Livy's grappling with.
Okay. As you do this, go ahead and give me your combat roll. Livy, go ahead and give me a combat roll.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and run this guy. It'd be brawl.
The brawl again? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
And we all did really well, including the GM.
So as it barrels into as it's in the throes of tackling you in the water, it as immediately kind of as you hit the water, it gains the advantage and swipes in. You feel it grand purchase in the back. That should have been the last damage, I think. Yeah. So you'll take 4 damage. But as you do, you'll go ahead and tell me how you fight back with this thing.
Both of us, or
Just Livy for now.
just I think oh my gosh, 1,000 thoughts. There's
So,
because right now it's like kind of lunging at her, and you know, given her size, she can't like go right back at it, so she kind of wants to use its weight against it and just like kind of
as it kind of lunges at you from in the water, you grab its arm and kind of put it into the wall.
yeah
Face first. Go ahead and give me what it would be your damage. A D4 for your damage. And then Rory, go ahead and give me a whatever. Do you have a damage roll?
I'm sure I do. With the knife, though, I'm not sure what it would be.
It would be your damage bonus. All right, so down
My
below
damage
there's
is
the
1d3.
combat. There's the actual combat window.
Yep.
The damage should all be right there, and if the knife should be like a D6 or a D4.
Okay, cool. I'm not sure what my damage bonus is.
It's at the bottom. It's at the top in the middle bar.
Oh, that rolled for... Oh, that's interesting. That rolled for the attack and then also for
That works.
the damage. But that's a 1d3 plus 1d6. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
great.
we'll add a D4 to that.
So the D4 is on the. I'm sorry.
It's on the sidebar. Sorry.
Okay. So just click it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh shit!
As you kind of
Oh, that wasn't for me.
put him into the wall, you sidestep, putting him into the wall, Livy, and Rory, as he's just recovering from this attack, just plunges his knife into the neck of this thing. And immediately it begins to flail, and abandoning Livy as a target, and switching to Rory. As kind of flails, it'll attempt to like grapple you in the same way it did Livy, but completely different size targets.
Sure.
And it doesn't get much purchase. Go ahead and give me your combat roll.
I'm just gonna roll it here. Fuck yeah.
And as it tries to grapple you, you just immediately take it and by the arm and swing it into the wall. And you feel the arm. Yeah, go ahead and actually tell me how you finish this off.
Swing it into the wall. Can I take the knife that is in its neck right now, and try to just begin rip it across its gullet, like as if to
Perfect.
I was gutting the head off of a fish. You know what I mean?
I like it. Yeah, as you kind of
Gill to gill.
You pull the arm and you get it into a momentum, and then you just grab the knife and let momentum do the work.
Like pushing a lever.
Right.
Yeah.
And as it does, it's not quite a full clean decapitation, but
You hear like the air escape from this
yeah, blood sprays, and you stop at the spinal cord because it's just a little too thick. As it falls limp into the water.
I'm gonna turn to Livy and I. Never mind. I'm gonna say, guess fish is on the menu. Just kidding. It's not funny. That's fucked up. I don't think I'm gonna eat fish for a while after this. But sorry, we should keep going. I gotta think about it.
I think Livy's gonna go and give like a cheap shot, like just a little cheap kick.
Fair. As you
Just
do.
out of rage.
Yeah. Taking out that last little bit of aggression.
Adrenaline.
Jack, you okay?
Barrister kind of slumps down in the water, and he's like, I think this is... And as you look, you see the red kind of begin to float into the water around him.
Oh, Jackie boy. I'll go over and look. Where'd they get him?
They got him straight up the multiple times on the torso, and it seems like the dorsal fin cut into his like arm deep enough to like have to hit the bone, and he's just bleeding.
Can I perform like quick first aid just so we can like get him stitched up enough to like let him sit
You look
back?
you look at the rest of most of him, and like the ones the claw marks are fine. The dorsal fin's just hamburger.
Hanging flesh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like, is he? This is just a question from what Rory can see. Is he? Is he gonna die?
He's getting very pale for a person who says he's fine.
Jack.
Jack, what do you want us to do? I'm leaving this up to you, buddy. I'll help you if I can, but what do you want us to do?
Just tell us, Jack.
Take my jacket, tie me up as best you can, and leave the plunger with me. I'm gonna limp on so I can see you at the end of the tunnel. And as soon as I see you, make it clear, I'll blow this fucking place out.
Okay. Livy, I think it's our best option.
Okay. Okay.
Jack, I'm counting on you to make it that long.
Just don't take too long, all right? Some of us are in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack.
Livy, let's go. I'll hand Jack the plunger. Say, Jack, if you
I'll
think
be
you're about to
tired
lose
now.
it, if you think you're about to lose consciousness, you're gonna black out again, just push the plunger, buddy. While our lives are not more important than the lives of all the people that it could be lost if we don't do this. So you push that plunger, bud.
That I can do.
Yeah. All right. All right. You tie him up. Do what we can.
Okay, all right. She's gonna work on him as gently as she can and then plant a palm on his cheek, give him one last look over. Jack, I'm so sorry.
You're right, kid. You weren't supposed to be in this deep.
I was meant to be here, Jack. I know I was. I know I am. Okay.
You'll make it, kid.
Jack, I tell you, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Get to be the hero of this story when you push that plunger. You know that? Okay.
Well, yeah, no,
Live long enough to do it.
been the hero of the story the whole time. Might as well follow through.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, bud.
Still a humble ass.
Yep. That's the good end. You get out of here.
All right. As well, I'll give him a shoulder. Not too rough, like actually genuinely gentle, because I don't want to hurt him any more than he already is. And then I'll start walking with Livy.
All right.
Livy, you coming?
Yeah. Yeah.
As we're walking away, I'm just gonna say to Livy, it's I know it's a weird time for this, but just thinking about the first meal I'm gonna eat when I get back to the city. There's this place called Sonny's, and they make the best fucking chicken parm you ever had in your life. What about you?
I think I'm gonna have vacation at the beach. And just lay in the sun. And
Yeah, but what are you gonna eat, Livy? What are you gonna eat?
I am gonna eat anything and everything, all the burgers. I might even have a smoke after this.
Yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, how do you feel about a chicken parm at Sonny's?
I like that idea. I like
Yeah?
that idea a lot.
Let me take you?
I'd love that.
Great. We gotta make it out of here.
It's a date.
And we trudge on.
As you catch your breath and head out, grabbing the gear, bloodied and bruised, you trudge down the last stretch of tunnel towards the main chamber. As we arrive in said main
Fuck
chamber.
me.
As you enter,
Wait. Rory, can I tell you something?
Yeah. Hit me.
Before we go in there, I saw something back there, and I just want you to know, no matter what, I just feel it. I feel like I got us, okay? We're gonna go to that diner, we're gonna have that chicken parm, okay?
I believe you. I believe
Just-
you.
Just trust me, okay?
Livy, whatever you got up your sleeve, I trust you.
Thank you. Okay.
I pull out my Tommy guns, and let's go.
As you enter in with an akimbo assassin.
Yeah, fucking dynamite strapped to my back.
Right.
Fucking
Just
Uzi's
multiple.
out.
The full commando. We
We're fucking coming in.
you see Billy bound, floating in the air in front of you, and I have a lovely map for everyone.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Let me go ahead and get you on here. Token. Oh, I forgot about
Is it
this.
going on roll 20 for us too?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do first.
Oop. And I just forgot about these guys. Give me 2 seconds. Oop. They're not in the file. Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. With this, maybe it would be better at this. Yeah, there we go. As you enter into the large chamber, you see Billy floating in air, seemingly by a thread attached to his head. The cultist's head around you, they are vibrating, and as you watch on, one of their heads pops, and a long tendril spiral goes up and adds into the black spiral above. It's barely visible. The creatures around continue to kneel and chant, adding their guttural croaks to the cacophony. As Billy's bodies float, you watch as the snake-like tendrils shoots from the skull of another one of the cultists. It arrives preternaturally up as the cultists fall limply to the ground. After a few moments, another. And then another.
Is Billy high, too high for us to get him down? Are we able to get Billy down?
You can get Billy down.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an Air Jordan leap for you, but you can get him.
Grab at him. Try to pull him down by the leg.
And as you kind of slowly...
All the cultists seem like just totally not present, right?
The cultists, yes. The amphibious creatures kind of seem a little more not entranced.
Oh, okay. So, like when we come into this room, there's going to be a problem.
You're in this room already, and you're pulling them down, and there hasn't been a problem.
Okay, I see.
Say that. Do you have control of this, or do I need to move?
I'm gonna yell, Gabby, can you hear me? Come on, Gabby, snap out of it.
And as you shout, a couple of the creatures kind of snap to attention. Gabby continues to stay in her trance, now just sweating bullets. And a bit of blood kind of comes from her nose.
God damn it.
Rory, I don't think she can hear you.
We gotta get this thing out of Billy's head.
Okay. Can you hold him down just by yourself?
Yeah, I'm holding him down.
Yeah, you strain, pulling him down as something massive is pulling him back up.
Mm-hmm.
You almost lose purchase of your feet a couple times as you do this, but you manage to keep him down low enough so that Livy can operate. As you pull
Billy.
As you pull him down, you quickly try to relieve the pressure by making a small incision near his crown. And a mixture of blood and black ichor spray out as as you frankly operate. The drill bit bites into the skull. Billy screams in pain, and the creatures stand up, and you draw their ire as they round on you.
Come on.
It's as you...
Livy, we're gonna have a problem here.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish.
You frantically grind and bore into the skull, and as the coin pops out, a small, very, in comparison to the other ones, a very small amount of this amoebus material shoots out of his skull and up to the ceiling. As the deep ones begin to roll in on you.
I'm gonna start shooting.
I'll do the same.
As
Just surrounding Billy. I'll try to put Billy up against prop him up against the back wall so that he's not like in the water, and like Livy and I on either side of him, just like trying to shoot out at these viewpoints.
As Livy finishes up with Billy and kind of pulls him in, holding a gun out and fires. I need checks from gunfire checks from both Livy and Rory.
Mike,
Yes,
while I am on my way,
I got you in just a second.
I would like to make sure that I grab a lantern.
Okay, fair.
All right, firearm.
I hope I clicked the right one.
You did.
Oh my god! Fuck yes!
Let's go.
You're doing the Thompson, so it'll be a rifle. I'm sorry,
Oh fuck.
but we'll keep the same roll.
Okay.
But do you mind giving me it just so I have the?
Yeah, you giving you
value.
a new roll or giving you?
Just
what
give me
my
a new
stats
roll,
are?
just so I, or you can give me the stats, either one.
Oh yes. So the stats for my rifle are 25. So
Okay.
whatever that is.
Gotcha.
Which I rolled as 24.
That's still an
So
extreme.
It's still an extreme, yeah.
Yep. All right, and as the Tommy gun and the handguns blast off, one you rake down the right flank of the monsters coming into you as they fall to the ground. The other ones quickly are within a spitting
did we just
distance of
kill?
you. 3.
That's sick.
And as you go to reload the clip, you just don't have quite enough time, and just at that moment, from the shadows of the tunnel, a blast of gunfire comes in, taking out the one closest to you, to reveal Georgia, firing from the staircase.
It's about damn time, Georgia. Wait, can we see her? Is this?
Yep.
I should
You're good.
clear that before
My
I
God.
I'm just gonna yell, Georgia, what the fuck do we do?
And she will brandish out the lantern, kind of aiming the light towards the fishmen, the tritons.
And as you step
Getting
in,
between.
hold on, let me get some X's in here. As you step out, you brandish the lantern, and it the last two turn on you. Oops, I got them mixed up. Good enough. As they sprint quickly towards you. What is everybody doing? Rory, I think you still have one more turn on your reload just because it's a full clip.
Okay.
Livy, you're good. Billy starts to come to as this happens, kind of snapping back to reality, as it were. And as sorry,
Is there a new Roll20 map?
Yeah, it didn't switch for us. Just so that if we can
there
be on our
is.
roll. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
my bad.
Hey.
all good.
Yes. So as the monsters come in on switch on to Georgia, Billy is wrenched back from the cabin into the chamber as his adrenaline kicks in.
As for flavor, can I, as I'm reloading my clip, actually wait. No, is Billy still bound at this point?
He has loose bounds still on, yeah. Binding
Okay,
still.
instead of reloading my clip on this turn, can I, like, finish unbinding Billy?
Yeah, you can cut him.
Like, slap him awake, like, push his shotgun into his hands, and just, like, yell, like, in your face as you're, like, coming to it, be like, Billy, come on, we fucking need you, buddy. There's your fucking man. Go get him. And just, like, pointing at Michael Thomas.
Perfect. As you do this, Billy's hands are unbound. You shove the shotgun into his hands, and it is at this point that everything kind of slows down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Georgia, go ahead and give me a handgun blast. Livy, go ahead and give me a handgun blast as well.
Damn, Livy, you're crushing it with these rolls.
Really are.
These are like, this is, our successes have been unheard of.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
You
Knock on
you
wood.
wing this one. The other one makes it to Georgia and goes to tackle her, which I'll just do with a D100 because I have it right here. Where are we? 75.
But the
That's not
bright
successful.
No,
You attracted them.
not bad.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to, like, hurt them.
No.
It's a good try.
Good try though.
I tried.
As it comes in, it moves in to attack. Can you give me a dodge or an attack
Yes.
or a brawl?
I will attempt to do so. Shit, wait, where's my dodge?
It's in skills.
Oh, yeah, it is down here. That's right. My bad.
Nice, Georgia.
It takes a leap at you as you just dip,
Jesus.
just quickly step out of the way, and it leaps past you, catching its
rigged.
feet.
Hardcore parkour.
As
Break the game.
Rory goes back to reload the gun, Billy is up on his feet, and what is he doing?
Oh my god. All right. So first, I would imagine I'm just like, so after all that, I'm here. My arms are free. I see everything that's kind of going on right now. Rory's directing me. I'm shocked to see Georgia alive. But the first thing I lock into is motherfucking Michael Thomas.
Hell yeah.
I want to move over a little bit, and this guy's got to go.
As everything kind of flows around you, Sardonicus stares wide-eyed as the stone floor floats away, revealing an ancient staircase with massive steps as you step behind him. These steps are massive, almost that of the ancient Greece, but even more so. But this, and they lead deeper into the earth. The stone rubble disappears into what you see now as a maw that has grown proportionally as these amoebous materials go into it. Teeth and tentacles lashing above you as it swirls ominously. Deandra finishes, her voice cracking, face red and panting for air, as the crows swirl and flock down the staircase past Sardonicus and out of sight. Sardangus turns as you approach. And puts his hands to the side, as if offering himself. What will it be, Mr. Graves?
He's just holding himself out like this. I take 2 steps forward. And I says, you know, I think you got something that belongs to my family. And I look at the hand that holds the ring.
Which is he's
And I
wearing.
aim the shotgun at his forearm. And I blow off his hand that has the ring.
As the shotgun blasts off, his forearm goes flying and hits the, goes down the stairs, flopping a staircase or 2 down. As he recoils from the thing, he grimaces in pain, but doesn't scream. I suppose you do deserve that. I always didn't feel too good about changing that will. And he stands in front of you as he's, will that be all? As he kind of begins to cradle his stump.
Can I move any further on this turn?
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, and just walk right around him and go to the arm that fell down the stairs.
And as you kind of go around him, he turns as well and takes a step kind of behind you and past you and begins heading down the stairs, cradling the stub of his arm.
I'm going right for the ring.
As you grab his arm and grab the ring finger and begin to twist, pulling it, wrenching it off the finger. You hold it in your palm.
I say to myself, it's a tool. And I put it on.
And as you do so, nothing feels different, but the steps of the man continue to echo down as he bends down the staircase, heading down the stairs. Gabby falls to the side, completely exhausted, blood coming from the nose and the ears. Deandra begins to pick herself up at the end of the ritual as Livy and Georgia wrap up the last of the creatures.
I'm gonna rush to Gabby and I'm gonna be like, Billy, did you get him? Did you fucking get him? As I'm rushing to Gabby, try to make sure she's okay. What's going on? Did we win? Did we do it?
As you
Where's Billy? Where'd he go?
as the maw begins to dissipate above, you see it almost coalesce into a almost like as it coalesces, I should say, the darkness of it grows, but as it presses in, almost like the pressure of a diamond, it begins to grow clear and have a slightly greenish ephemeral glow. And as this happens, as this kind of coalesces, shoots down and hits the back of Thomas's skull as he limps down, and you begin to see his skin back from the back of the spiral cut just fall off like an orange peel.
What the hell?
Ah,
What's happening?
And as he steps around the bend, down the stairs, and out of sight, the rocks...
We all see this, or is it just Billy who sees this?
Whoever's close enough. So Livy and Georgia don't see what's down in the staircase, but
Okay.
Billy and Rory do. And as this kind of he goes down the staircase and descends out of sight, you see his muscles bulge, and he begins to grow in mass as he disappears around the corner, and the stones begin to fall back into place, no longer held up aloft, until they coalesce, colliding into the ground around you. You pull Gabby from the circle as Billy steps back as well.
Which of the staircase is gone now? It's closed off.
It's closing, yes, before your eyes.
Shouldn't we have killed Michael Thomas? Why didn't you kill him, Billy?
Think it was gonna be that easy.
We let him go? What are you
Not
guys
yet.
saying?
There's still a way to, like, he's going into the ground, right?
No, the stairs are closing. We're about to lose him.
Yes.
I'm going after him.
And as you grab the ring, watching the stones come back into place, seeing just a narrow beam of light that you can make it through, you'll take one look.
Exactly. I'm gonna take one last look at them and be like, get Gabby out of here. All of you get out of here. If you don't hear from me, like, just blow this shit to hell. I'm going after this son of a bitch.
I'm just like, my mouth is wide open as I watch him do this.
As the rock slowly comes back in to replace the stone slab, the seal, Billy rolls into the last crevice, and as he runs and dives for the last thing, a large boulder replaces itself, closing off the last hint of light as the last stones find their place into this dais and settle in. As the ritual subsides and the maw closes above, and any creatures that were left flee into the grotto across from you. You look at Gabby below in your arms as she kind of stirs slightly, bleeding from the ears and the nose.
Are you okay?
She's breathing, but she doesn't seem to shake awake quite yet.
Okay. I'll look to where Deandra is. Is she alive?
Deandra is alive and currently dusting herself off.
I'll look to
Traipsing.
Georgia and back to Deandra and be like, what, Georgia, what do we do?
Georgia will kind of approach the bundle that is Rory and Gabby. Kind of looking her over, kind of giving him a quick look, throws a side glance back to Deandra. Now's the time where we wait and see if Billy succeeds. Or if he fails, then we have to deal with something much greater.
What about her?
She should go somewhere special.
Excuse
What
me?
she's been through, the danger that she's in. danger she could cause. She's not going to be safe roaming the streets, Rory.
Oh, I didn't mean Gabby. I meant Deandra. But yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, this girl is clearly something special. But what about that fucking lady? What do we do about her?
I'll deal with her, don't you worry.
You're not going to deal with her alone.
Well, she's fucking standing right there. Let's deal with her.
With her kind and demeanor, it's the type of person she is. It's a much subtler hand.
Like this, and I'm gonna pull out my gun and point it at Deandra.
Georgia will kind of sidestep a little bit just to get in front of him.
Georgia, what are you doing?
Rory, put it down.
Why? Why wouldn't we just fucking kill her?
Because this time it's actually personal and I will deal with her myself.
Then fucking do it, Georgia. Go deal with her.
Lick your wounds. Recover with Libby. Let me take Gabby somewhere safe, and I will deal with Deandra.
I'm not letting Gabby's not leaving my sight. Not for a long time.
Rory, she needs to be somewhere. People know how to take care of her.
Okay, then I'm going there.
Make this really difficult, aren't you?
Gabby, you're being so sorry, Georgia, you're being so fucking weird with me right now. Why are you being so fucking secretive? We're on the same
Because
team,
I'm
okay?
trying to protect you.
No, well, you're not. None of this has protected. The entire time you've been fucking trying to protect me. I'm not protected. We're in the fucking thick of it, okay? I'm not. I don't need your protection.
You want to keep it that way?
I don't fucking care if I live. I care if this girl lives. That is my fucking mission right now. It's the only
And
fucking
she
purpose I have in life, Georgia. So wherever this girl goes, I'm fucking going.
While they're having this argument, Livy's gonna take like a couple steps towards Deandra and just keep a locked eye on her because she does not trust this bitch.
She begins to head. Kind of hearing the shouting over there, she actually makes a brisk line to the staircase.
Georgia will stand, kind of just, leaving it like, just wait. And she'll begin to make a brisk walk. Just, Miss Wright, I don't believe we're done with our business.
She deeply inhales. She's like, yes, the cockroach.
And she'll kind of pull Deandra aside. I have to apologize. I may have bled a bit on your rug. I hope it's replaceable.
She looks flummoxed. And she, Oh, I see the, old Merryweather, has a couple tricks up his sleeves after all. Might not be dead after all.
My way
What
to
is it?
survive in this line of work, honestly.
Probably the only way. Long term. Can I help you with something? Do you think that the deal is still on the table?
All things considered, I'm sure it's not. But why even offer it?
Georgia. This tangled web we're found ourselves woven in is a little bit more cumbersome than I anticipated. Now, when I joined all those years ago, it was a different organization. Now, it is bloated with corruption. Don't exactly enjoy that kind of company. Would you You don't seem like you're the kind of person who's enjoyed that either. Assume that's why you ran off with Merryweather after the whole flood incident. And Ellsworth making his big move.
Ah, but here I am, the traitor.
You know what it is like on paper. They just need to make sure that you're worth your salt. Now, are you going to, you still want in on that deal?
I think you and I could have some business. I think I can play nice temporarily.
It's all a game, after all.
They do make the rules.
You'll have to keep your heads down. I'll let Samara and her team know that we'll be coming quietly. And with she kind of looks over at the pair of Gabby and Rory. Comes with benefits.
They stay protected. These three, my people, they stay safe.
Oh, yes, of course. They will be debriefed, of course, but after they siphon whatever information they can get out of them and get their part of the story, they'll be left to go about their lives again. We may need them in the future, but that's... you know the drill. Experience is a hard thing to come by in this industry.
Still want the girl after all this? They seem to have accomplished what they wanted.
Oh yes, that has not changed.
Figures. He's not gonna let her go.
That's not my problem.
Never is.
Listen, I really need to get going, but we can work out the details in the future, and I believe they'll be all over this site within minutes. I need to get well out of the way so that this doesn't look bad.
Get your head stuck. They already think I'm dead.
About that. Anyway, let's... I believe this is adieu for now.
You
She
just went.
nods.
While
to
they're
you.
having that conversation, can I
Yes.
just say to Livy, or can I talk to Livy a little bit as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like my face still red from like yelling at Georgia. I'll be like, am I being fucking unreasonable?
No, you're absolutely not.
Okay. I feel like I'm fucking crazy. Why is she being so fucking weird with us?
I don't know, but she still has secrets, and I thought we were over that.
Yeah. I don't understand this idea that we need protection. We're here deep in the fucking thick of it, right? I just saw fucking worms come out of somebody's head. I don't need to be fucking babied anymore.
Not just
I've already
that,
lost my shit.
we just fought for our lives like 1,000 times over. And she's over here having a casual conversation with that piece of crap.
Yeah, that lady should be fucking dead. She's fucking abused your
Absolutely.
sister, or whatever. And now here we are. Okay, I just need to fucking hear that. And I'm not wrong for wanting this girl to be safe, right? She's already had it rough
No.
enough. She's been locked in a basement for who knows how long.
How do we even know we can trust these other people? We still don't even really know them. There's still so many freaking secrets out there.
I thought Georgia was opening up to us, and now I'm not so fucking sure.
I agree. This just seems way too casual over there. I just have no idea what they're talking about.
And you see, you hear adieu, auf Wiedersehen kind of echo across the chamber, and she nods and begins heading up the stairs.
Is Georgia walking back to us?
Georgia's heading to Billy, who looks like he's gone through the fucking ringer.
Billy's not here.
He's through
Oh,
the
that's right.
portal.
Billy's gone. I forgot. He's still on the page.
Yeah.
I jumped in a hole.
You did. Yeah, she'll rejoin the group kind of slowly, not like wanting to step into the middle of whatever private conversation they're having. Kind
No, I'll look at you as you're walking to us. How are you two old fucking friends?
Clearly.
New information has actually come to light, and seems that she actually is on our side.
Care to share all the reasons why? All of a sudden? She just sang a whole opera.
You need to understand something about the people that I used to deal with, the ones that I used to work for.
Used to? Georgia?
Listen, they will do whatever it takes, to whoever it takes, to get what they need, to get what they want. They don't give a damn about the people they bring in for jobs. They get left for dead, buried in rubble, torn to pieces. You've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, we fought them
I've seen it
firsthand.
firsthand. So when things splintered, when everything hit the fan, I left with Rupert. Because he was the only one, who gave me any chance. Gave me respect. Opened the door to everything here. I followed him. Because I agreed with wanting to not use all of this for our own gain. Now, people have taken over. That's all they want. They want more power. This could have gone much worse had something come out.
You're still not telling us why we need to trust her. I get that you followed Rupert.
Deandra
But
and her
why?
people are another splintered part of the organization. They're very quiet.
Of the Weatherwoods?
The ones that still believe in the old wave. Not this new practice of smash faces and ask questions later.
How do you know that we're dealing with the good fucking Weatherwoods and not the bad Weatherwoods?
It is hard to tell, but Samara is a part of it. Anything you have to say.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Anything you have to say about your sister and who she is and who she was, if that maintains, that explains why she agreed to work with Deandra.
I'm sorry. Just so I know I heard you correctly.
So you're blind to this now.
Say it
As-
one more time.
Go ahead.
Your sister has been working with Deandra the whole time she's been here.
And as you say those words and Livy fumes on it for a split second, you hear a as explosions begin to string down the tunnel. The ground around you quakes as large chunks of the ceiling begin to fall. One
That is our
blocks
cue
the
to leave.
one blocks the staircase. As the chamber begins to collapse around you.
So there's no way out.
There's the grotto in front of next to you.
Oh. So we're fucking swimming.
Woman.
What does the grotto open up to?
You have no idea.
Okay, but we can so it's you have to go underwater to get out though.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take Gabby in my arms and cover her her nose and her mouth as much as I can so that she doesn't breathe in water.
Right.
And I'm like, that's our fucking cue to go. George is right. We can argue about this later. Billy's not making it out of here. I don't know what to say. Let's go.
Let's hope he's successful in whatever.
God damn it, Jack. You were supposed to fucking make it to the entrance of the cave.
And as you all trudge into the water and take one big last gulp of air. Your heads plunge beneath the surface as you swim into seemingly darkness, just straight forward. You feel rock in front of you that's mossy and slick as you kind of press forward. Your lungs slowly start to burn and feel like they're going to burst. As this occurs, you see a glint of light at the end of the tunnel, and you swim forward. Go ahead and give me swim checks.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn. Oh, no. Is this a good time to use another one of those,
It's perfect time.
Use them now. Use them all.
Boop. There you go.
This is why you always take points in swimming whenever you're playing in one of Mike's games.
Rory, you want one of those sweet auto
I mean,
successes?
is it the
as well?
difference between drowning and not drowning?
Kinda. Where's George's is there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
nice
Sure.
extreme?
A little bit of that.
Nice success.
Oh, dodge was extreme. Yes.
Yeah.
Success. Yes.
That was a pro dodge.
Rory. There we go.
Not bad for someone who just had a bullet in their head.
As you swim out and break the surface, you shiver in the light rain outside as you find yourself in the bay, not too far off the Pigeon Cove. As you tread water, you remember the flares that you had from earlier that Jack gave you, and you quickly pop one out and strike it as you let it float on the surface of water, and Rory kind of goes into full like back float mode, trying to keep Gabby afloat.
above water.
As you bob in the cold ocean water. The night above you. Now, the moon actually is now visible. As it hasn't been in the last few nights, the mist is gone. And as you float in the water for a moment, you see a spotlight. Well, the spotlights of the lighthouses sweep past in the night sky as you tread water, and slowly your legs start to get a little tired. The spotlight shines across the water from the distance as a ship rolls in, and as it sweeps in, the life preservers are thrown out to you with ropes attached, and as you're brought aboard, you are helped aboard by none other than Captain Chase himself, who says, "Wasn't expecting you to pop up in the water, but I'm glad I was looking. Just three of you? Sorry to hear that. I thought there was going to be more. Seemed,
Just us.
you feel that quake? Not too long ago?
Yeah.
It was something fierce, but it's good to see that you made it. Come on aboard. And he kind of gets you blankets as you shiver, drenched and dripping on the deck of the ship.
Double Gabby up. Get her quick.
As you warm up on the deck of the ship and Chase heads into the bay, The moon looms overhead, the now clear night sky, and as you grow closer to the docks, you notice a number of silhouettes on the shore awaiting you. Chase pipes up cautiously. You ought to keep out of sight here. Go and let me handle this. There's places to hide under the stairs and go below the deck. Be safe.
How do we know Captain Chase?
Chase is the man you met in the bar in the memorial hall at the beginning of the when you came to Rockport.
The one who owns the docks?
No, he was the
other
one you played
the
poker
other
with.
sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got
Billy and
harpoons on
Georgia
his
did a
desk.
tour.
On the deck.
Okay. Who are they?
I don't know, but it's too late for night crew.
Yeah.
Most likely the Weatherwoods.
Yeah, I'll hide.
Weatherwoods.
With Gabby.
Yeah, weather's shit. I don't know. Just go ahead below the deck. You'll be fine. And as you head below, kind of spying in between like the cracks of the grates, you hear Captain Chase bellow, "Do you mind clearing the dock? We need to offload our..." And he's cut off by a deluge of suppressed gunfire. As you hear the dull thumps on the deck of him and his first mate.
Listen to me very carefully. When they come aboard here, and they will find us.
You hear footsteps board the ship.
Tell them what happened.
What? What do
So
you
these are the good guys. These are the guys who were saying were the good guys, Georgia.
These ones, maybe, yes. However,
The ones who just killed the captain and his first mate.
You've got to be shitting us.
those ties, they have to be tied off. Trimmed.
He didn't fucking see anything.
Doesn't
He had
matter.
no idea. He didn't even know what that shaking was about.
I know.
You hear
I need to keep
a voice, a familiar voice, sharply pipe up. After everything that's occurred tonight, it'd be a shame for your stories to end here. If you come quietly and comply, I can guarantee you will walk away from this. But if you make things difficult, there's really nothing I can do to save you.
Georgia will stand up and kind of begin to work on getting Gabby picked up so that she's not left on the ship. And,
I'm still holding on to Gabby.
okay, fair enough. She'll make her way to the stairs and just kind of look back to the other, to you two, and just, well, die here and have everything be for nothing and still lose. Or we walk off this ship. You get to live another day.
Come out slowly with your hands raised, please.
Rory?
I can't walk out with my hands raised. I got a fucking girl in my hands.
We'll make an exception.
I don't know, Livy. What do we do?
I'm just taking. And Georgia will step out with hands out and free.
I don't think we have a
Umbrella in one hand.
She steps out into the light and disappears. Livy and Rory stand on the staircase.
Who stepped out with us?
No one. You stepped out.
Oh, you sound like you said something.
Rory, I'll go next. I'm coming out. My hands are up.
Smoker.
As you step out into the light, Rory's left in the staircase, dark staircase alone, holding Gabby.
Fuck. You know, I don't see any other options here. So I'll walk out holding Gabby.
As the last of you steps out onto the deck, Samara stands flanked by half a dozen armed Weatherwood agents. As you emerge from hiding, they beeline to each of you, forcing you down onto the deck and cuffing you and pulling black bags over your head. Rory, as you come up, they immediately go to take Gabby from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm not letting them take her.
They let her go.
No, I told you, Georgia. She's staying with me.
That's not part of the deal.
It's not
Deal?
up to you, Rory.
Georgia, I don't know who you made a fucking deal with, but I didn't make a fucking deal with nobody. I'm not letting the girl go.
Don't be stupid, Rory. She'll be fine.
You think
Really?
she'll be fine in the life of these people? There's no fucking way.
Better
You
than
fucking
get on
know
a
that,
ship.
Georgia.
Better
Let
than
the
dead
girl
in the
go,
ground.
he authoritatively says as he goes to...
I take Georgia in my arms.
Gabby.
Gabby in my arms. And I hold my gun to her head. And I go, we're fucking walking out of here. You understand me? Me and her.
Are we already?
I didn't make a fucking deal with
You're on the
nobody.
deck.
Are we already cuffed and black bagged while they're trying to get Rory?
Georgia is black bagged. Livy's in the process of being cuffed.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna like evil eye Samara, like you betrayed me.
She's not gonna live like this.
She's not gonna
I'm
live at
taking
all
her,
if you
we're
don't
walking
give her
away.
up, Rory.
Or we're both dying here.
Rory, play the goddamn game.
Which
Let
one's
the
more
girl go.
valuable to you, you fucking Weatherwoods?
He immediately lets go and backs off. What do you want me to do here, boss? Samara takes a moment.
Boss?
Doesn't look at looks at Livy and just doesn't look away. Just I can't make this
Boss?
disappear.
Samara, what the hell? One second you act like you're dazed and confused, and now you're boss? What the hell?
Said I was going to be an actor. Didn't exactly lie.
You asshole.
It's fair.
If I may.
Let them go. But you should know they will be after you. This was the easy way.
Livy's gonna take a slow step towards Rory and Gabby.
She lets you. The men kind of step in to like do something, and she kind of holds her hand up.
I'm gonna start walking with Gabby. Never taking my eyes off them.
We don't do this.
Still gun to her head.
Rory, this isn't the smart way to go about this.
Georgia, shut the fuck up!
And they let you
Somebody
walk.
put the keys in a fucking car.
And they let both Livy and Rory step off the boat and walk down the docks. As
As soon as we're out of sight, we're running to our car. But yeah, that's beyond.
As they run to the car and hit the door, opening it up, running in and wiring up the car. The car.
Rory's crying. He's like fucking bawling.
The car spins out on the gravel as it rolls out of the dock area and down the street. And behind.
Fuck, Clippy, fuck.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Where are you? Where are you? Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
Are you rubbing your
Say
yeah?
my name. You hear in the back of your head.
Come back.
Say my name. Say my name.
She's just gonna yell it to the top of her lungs.
Oh my.
Yeah, Linthod. You gotta fucking say it. I mean this to Melly. Melly, you gotta fucking say it. Or not.
Say
you have to yell
my
it.
name.
I don't know how to say it.
Doesn't matter. Just say it.
Okay. Nayar, Lethotep.
And with that, we end the first season of Occult Origins.